Welcome back. Ultimate Callout Challenge is right around the corner. We're getting ready to leave for Indy. We weren't sure if we were going to be able to take this truck. This thing's been a very up and down. Works, doesn't work, breaks more. It's been bad. So Ultimate Callout Challenge is coming up this week, and we just got something in the mail that is just came at the best time ever. We weren't sure if we're gonna have a block. We got our old motor sitting here right here, our old engine sitting here on the stand. This was fully built Wagler engine. We ended up cracking the block. We cracked the cylinder walls. Again, nobody's fault, it just happens, unfortunately. But we had to get a fix for that, and that was getting a new engine block. We got with the guys over at Wagler, and they were just ready to pounce on this project. And I got with Jeremy. Jeremy knocked it out of the park and got us a block ASAP. So, something came in the mail today. There it is. Got us brand new LBZ engine block. Well, it's probably not brand new. Probably remanufactured, but got a new engine block. We got billet main caps. Should have bearings for the cam already in it. Should have every little part that we need to reassemble this thing. Everything looked great inside. Perfect. The bearings, the rod bearings, the cam bearings, the cam, everything looked fantastic. So we're literally gonna take our rotating assembly out of the cracked block, put it in this freshly machined block. It's bored 10 over, which is what the old one was, and it should be working a lot better. Not only do we have a new engine block, we got a bunch of goodies to put in it too. Let me cut this thing open. This is fresh off the truck. Huge shout out to Wagler. Thank you guys so much. If you guys look them up, build a lot of badass stuff. Billet blocks, billet heads, all kinds of stuff. They do some really cool stuff in the drag racing world, the pulling world. These guys got it going on. So, there it is, boys. I believe these will be our billet mains. What is in here? Our freshly machined O-ring block. Look at that beauty. Ready to go, boys. They fit your cam bearings and everything in there already, so those are already in there and fitted. It's already been bored, honed. It is O-ring to hold the head gasket better. They even paint it a nice black for you. Very cool. So this thing is all set and ready to rip. We just got to basically bolt our rotating assembly in it, bolt our heads on it, turbo, injectors, everything else, put it in this truck in about 2 days so we can be going to Ultimate Callout Challenge. Not a big deal at all. I mean, that's a very easy task for us, right?
Yeah, 2 days is 48 hours. It's a full work week.
It's a full work week, plus overtime.
Yeah.
So, we got to get our plugs and some other stuff out of the old block, get that stuff in there. Freeze plugs are already in it though. They've already pounded those in, so it's a fully prepped block, ready for a rotating assembly. Pull these rigs out. Look at these. If you ever built an engine, anytime you have a billet main cap or a different main cap, they have to line bore it to the block in that location. So these billet main caps on this block are no good because they were line bored for that block. If you build engines, you know that. If you don't, you don't know that. Yeah, that's sick. Let's go. All right, guys. It looks like we got everything we need to build this motor, but we're not done. We got more parts here to open these rigs up too. So, box number 1. Had these sitting here for a while. Our boys over at SoCal Diesel got some heads built for us. They're stage 1 cylinder heads. They're nothing crazy. Good valve springs, minor porting. They go through all the valves, the seals, make sure everything's good with them. So they're a little bit better than the stock ones that we had. But because we still run water in this thing and we're not a filled block, we didn't port them too much, get too close to the port, start leaking coolant in. It's never good when that happens. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Heck yeah. Let's go. Nice, dude. Set up and ready to go for this thing. So, got some fresh set of heads to go on a fresh engine block. Rotating assembly, like I said, was perfect. Now we got one last piece that we're throwing in this thing. I think this is all the upgrades that we're doing, right? We had intended to put these on. We've had these sitting on the shelf for a while. They were just here. So got rid of the stock heads. But I think
Yeah, we did that, and then
sent this out a while back because we were gonna upgrade it
Yeah.
until we figured out what happened to the motor.
yeah, we did. We're doing all this stuff, and then we did the coilovers on the front too.
Oh no. That's right, guys. Our boys over at Stainless Diesel grabbed our 480. Actually, I think this thing was originally this thing was a 472.
472 or 476.
This is a 472. So this was a S400 72 millimeter compressor wheel, and they did a small upgrade for it, guys. That's an 85 millimeter stainless diesel. I'm ready to see some horsepower. So we freed up. Now we had a 480 on it. Was the last turbo that we put. It was a 480 that I had sitting in my house for, I'm not even kidding, the better part of 10 years. It was just sitting there. After we pulled the 472 off, that was this one, we went ahead and just put that 480 on to see what it would do. And now we're gonna up it to a 488. So we got more turbo, we got possibly more nitrous. We might need more fuel after this. But for now, we're gonna run it how she is. Hopefully we can run a consistent 670. That'd be really cool. I don't think we're gonna be in the 570 class. I don't think we have that extra second. Maybe when we back out the truck and do the rear suspension. But for now, I just don't see that being a possibility. So here's our upgrades, guys. We got our block, we got our heads, we got our rotating assembly. So let's get the crank out of that engine, get it in our other engine, and get that thing ready to go, ready to be built. So here we go, guys. Ultimate Call Out Challenge Crunch, or UCC Crunch as they call it. It's on. So if this doesn't get done, we have a backup plan with a 78. But I'd rather take the drag truck so we can go really have some fun this weekend. We'll see you guys in a minute. Well, we didn't want to bore you with another engine overhaul, so figured we'd show you guys where we're at. End of last night, pretty much got this thing assembled. The engine is ready to go in the truck. So now, it's simply install the engine in the truck. We're gonna pick it up off of here, put the flywheel on it, get it on an engine hoist, and then we'll hoist it in the truck, get it in the engine bay. You guys have seen all this before, so we won't bore you with it. And she's about ready to go in there. Eventually, we do want to clean up all the wiring on this thing. That'll be a huge thing to do probably next year. We definitely want to get all the wiring done maybe next off season. As long as this engine holds up, everything's still together, clean all that stuff up, have us looking pretty good under the hood. So for now, let's get this thing hoisted up and get it put in that thing right there. And hopefully we'll see you guys when this thing is running, which should be shortly in this video. Well, she is completed. We're in, we got some wires to button up. We still got to top it off with coolant, all that good stuff. It's got oil, power steering fluid, all that stuff's in it. So we are going to try to see if it fires up. If it fires up, then we can hopefully go test this thing tomorrow. But for now, let's get it fired up, see what it does, and hopefully the engine's all good and it doesn't blow up on us.
Definitely starts turning over faster.
Got about 75, 80 pounds of oil pressure right now. Running clean, it runs. We're gonna call it there. Get all this other stuff buttoned up on it. Hopefully do some testing. Get ready to roll some calls, guys. Let's go, baby. We got our Dutch Star RV here. You guys have seen it in the videos. We bought this thing like 3.5, 4 years ago, give or take. We weren't even doing YouTube full time yet. And we went ahead and purchased it. It's been really good. A lot of people are asking in the video, man, like, how is it towing that much weight? What are you guys doing to that thing? You know, what engine's in it? So I'll give you a little overview of it. It's a 2000 Newmar Dutch Star. It's got an 8.3 Cummins in it with a 6-speed Allison transmission in it. Does really good. Now, the big thing that people always ask is, how have you towed that much weight with it? Well, it is a lot for it. You're not doing 80 miles an hour in this thing, but 70, 75 is very feasible. Stopping is a different story, but we got a couple issues with it we need to address right now. It's really been pretty reliable for us, but the fan has started pouring hydraulic fluid out of that thing. So what this thing has, it's got some kind of hydraulic fan setup on the motor for the clutch fan, and it's basically got a hydraulic pump with seals as far as on the motor, and when that thing actuates, it's obviously pumping it with hydraulic fluid. Well, something has failed, and unfortunately she's pouring some fluid out, and that was our last trip. We were topping it off, checking it, because we don't want anything running out. They say if it runs out, it'll dry out, it cause a fire, all kinds of stuff could happen. So other than that, this thing's been really good. Now, if you remember, a couple years ago, not too long after we got it, we did reinforce the hitch assembly on it. So the hitch assembly has been reinforced. It's got two big C-channel pieces going up towards the frame. It's got a couple more tie-in pieces. So that hitch, I would be willing to say, is probably, you know, 10, 20, 30,000 pound hitch.
I would say it'll tow at least 30,000.
It'll tow at least 30,000. So it does have that going for it. But just so you guys know, we reinforce that hitch like crazy. I would not recommend towing what we tow with a regular hitch. But with that hitch, that thing is solid. It's actually, you can even see here, this is a big piece that goes up into the frame right there. And that goes up in. More pieces are off the side, but that one's just very visible. You can see that. So I just figured I'd let people know we did take that into account before we started towing our mud truck and stuff with it. But today we're going to dive in this fan. I'm not sure how hard of a job this is going to be. Doesn't look that fun, but we'll dive into it and see what we can come up with, and hopefully get this thing back on the road, because our plan is to take it to Ultimate Callout Challenge. Obviously, that's take this thing to all the events, so that is our plan. So here is the back of the RV, and the fan is mounted right over there. It's got a side mount radiator on it. So the piece that we're actually looking at is where that hydraulic line goes into right there. That's your fan clutch assembly. That's what's leaking out. Obviously you can see some of the fan back there. It's going to be interesting. We don't work on RVs, so we'll see how hard this is and what we have to do. Definitely not our forte, but I think we can get it. I think we're close. How do you feel about people that work on RVs?
I'll tell you what, to get the pump itself out was 20 minutes, even to get the fan off it. The lines, because they're rusted.
Oh, really?
That's what I've been. It literally.
Boy's been under here, man. You can't really fit two people in this thing to work on it, so he said he's going to tackle it. But let's see here. All right. All righty, buddy. So as you can see, pump right there, and she's out. It does have a gasket there too. It's that gasket. It's a spacer.
Spacer or something.
Light just died. There it is. About 20.
Hold on.
Just holding it for you. About 25 years old, sitting under there. And that is our issue. Now we get to see if we can find this pump, get the numbers off it if it has any, which I'm sure it does, and then either get a new pump or have this thing resealed at our local hydraulic shop. Well, after much cleaning and searching, there's no numbers on this thing at all. I don't see a single number. Is there one? Did we miss it?
So. Maybe not. Just be.
That would just be your imagination. Dude, that's crazy. Not a single number. Alrighty, well, by the time you guys see this, we'll probably have figured this out. So if anybody comments they know what it is, we probably figured it out. Well, I hope we did, because if not, we're screwed.
Yeah.
So, but this is our issue. This front main seal here, she's been leaking out, and it was leaking quite a bit. So, hopefully we'll get this thing over to the hydraulic shop, see if they know what it is. I think it's just a hydraulic pump of some sort. And, well, obviously is. Or it's, would it be considered a pump?
It's a pump or a motor. It depends
Yeah.
on which way you use it.
So, we'll see about getting this thing either resealed, rebuilt, or getting a new one. Stand by, guys. A few days later, we got what we needed. So that other pump that we had was unrebuildable. It was just too bad. This one was the best option to get it here faster and to get it taken care of. They probably could have rebuilt it, but they said it was pretty nasty and it was very old. They didn't feel comfortable overhauling it because of what's going on. They'd rather get a brand new one from the company. So we'll get this thing installed, get our fan back together, and we should have this thing back together hopefully in a couple hours. Stressful because we are literally leaving for Indianapolis tomorrow. The drag truck is here. We haven't even been able to move it out yet because we're waiting on this, which as soon as we got this thing done, this thing showed up. So it all just worked out very good. So let's get this thing in and we'll get the RV out of the way, get the drag truck out, and go do some testing on it. So she is pulling some air. Heck yeah. Fan's doing work. Dutch Star is about ready to go. And we gotta get this thing hooked up, loaded up, and ready to leave as soon as we get done testing the truck. So we'll be back. Dutch Star, don't let us down. We got another 2,000 mile trip to do. She's got this. We're rolling around the shop. We're gonna go on a quick test drive and make sure this thing's dialed in. What's cool is, guys, this is part of the reason why I haven't fully made this thing a full-blown race truck, fiberglass, everything, and you know, fiberglass truck, and take the windshield wipers off and all that. It's still street legal because our original plan, which still is the plan, we would like to do some drag and drives with it. I don't know which one. Seems like we haven't been able to make any the past couple years. I'm hoping that changes next year and we can do them. I can't make sick week in June because I'll be on my honeymoon, but maybe if there's something later in the year, or hopefully sick week next year. But we're just gonna take it down the road. We'll do a couple of heat cycles on the motor before we take it to the track, and then we're gonna go hit it up on the back stretch or on a road at the drag strip somewhere and just do a couple launches, make sure everything's working like it should. Exactly the same. You've got to learn that transmission the best you can before you race it. Otherwise, it does some crazy stuff. Allisons are a learning transmission. They have the TCM learns as you drive. I will test our lockup box because it's a new lockup box. Make sure it's all working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the tow haul on, and I'm going to actually run this thing in manual mode. This will be in manual mode. So what that allows us to do is lock the torque converter early. I had a box in here before, but we didn't have made it out to the lovely Bradenton Motorsports Park. Out here on this good morning. Got a track rental. We're gonna see what this thing can do. We're gonna get it unloaded, double check everything, make sure we're good to go. Start getting it ready to go do some drag racing with it. We want to get a couple test passes in, maybe hit the 330, maybe do a full 8th mile pass at some point, but main thing is seeing how it launches, getting it back up to snuff on the launch, and then also after that, we're going to be hopefully doing a full pass with it and see what she does.
All right, so he's pulling up, getting ready to stage. Righty, it made a pass. It didn't do anything goofy. So now we can start making it go faster.
But it just felt so right. I never locked the converter. Idiot. I never locked the torque converter. Man, what a rookie move, but that's why we're out here testing. Exactly why.
We got a 176 60 foot, 462 to the 330, 710 at 99 in the 8th mile.
710.
Lifted. So, what do you got to run?
I was trying to get in the 670 class for this race.
Oh, well then you're not far off.
No, it left pretty soft, so I think it's got a lot more in it.
What fell out there, bud?
That's dirt. And I was under that truck for 20 minutes last night with an air gun trying to
20
blow
minutes.
dirt out of it. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
his
you
truck
can't get
has
it
dirt
out.
everywhere.
Can't get it out.
So he's headed back with the truck. It's still running. I hope he doesn't say there's any problems with it. But I think all in all, for first pass, I think it made a decent pass.
Well, I wasn't going to hold it, but I did. It just felt good, and I was like, everything feels great. The launch went okay, but I did not lock the converter at all. I completely forgot to lock the converter.
I ran a 710 at 99 mile an hour.
7.1. Yep. So if I lock the converter, we should easily be down in the 60s, no problem.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to get the converter on a self lock, so it'll automatically lock. But I don't know how to program that yet. We're gonna have to figure that out. There's a way to do it through the Nitrous Express maximizer kit. I just don't know how to do it. So we'll figure that out. But I definitely think if we lock the converter, I'm not all the way up on the tune either. So I'm on the spool. Dude, I didn't have to spray it to spool.
I know it sounded like it spooled good.
They said this 85 will spool like really good, even compared to that 80 I had. He wasn't lying, dude. I mean, it spooled like, I just got it right up on it. We launched around like 32. It did great, but I completely forgot to lock the converter. So I think with a converter lock, we'll be good to go. I almost just need to put my hand on this thing and not.
You want me to duct tape your finger to the top of it?
Idiot. I'm like, what an idiot. You forgot to lock the converter. I wasn't going to go, but I was like, you know what? I was like, let me just hold it down. It's feeling really good right now. Let's just hold it down. So let's pop the hood off. We'll just check everything over, give it a 10-15 minutes to cool down, and then we'll go hit another run in it. So but everything felt great other than me not locking the converter. So we just got our data log uploaded to the computer. It's on there. We're gonna make another hit and see what we can do this time. Hopefully I remember to lock the converter. I'm gonna launch it a little harder this time, and I think we're gonna get it this time. I think we're gonna get us down in the 6s on this pass. As long as everything goes good. That's why we're testing. But everything worked perfect. The truck is not leaking anything. 0 issues so far, which is really good.
Getting ready to get pulled up here again, make another hit. You gotta remember to get the converter locked up this time. Pass. It's awesome. Let's see what his time was.
To me, that felt a little better. I did lock the converter that time, which is a plus. I think we did a good run that one. I think I could still launch a little harder. I may need to spray it coming out of the hole, but I think that was a good pass. If that was a good pass, we'll do one more, and then we're calling it.
So this is his time slip. We'll let him go over it. Looks he went 686 at the 8th mile, 103 miles an hour. So he's pulling back up again, no problems. The truck went faster. He's got a smirk on his face, so something happened. He didn't lock it up.
I remember to lock the converter
Yeah.
that time. I think it felt better.
Yeah, it ran faster.
What did we do? 6.8, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, we're right there.
Oh my God. 1.655 60 foot. So keep in mind too, this thing is not turned all the way up right now. We are, I'm gonna stop my data log. We are, all right. So we're down a couple tunes. I don't want to turn it up. I don't have to. So if we can run it like this and make it run the pass we want to run, then that would be awesome. I do think we want to figure out how to spray it off the line a little bit. I may bump it in. I haven't been using this to bump in, which is good, but I think it would be a good idea for next time. I'll hold it at the line, and then we can go from there. But yeah, I locked the converter about probably, I don't know, 60 foot out, and then she shifted great. It had one little hard shift, but it's also learning.
Yeah, I seen the hard shift. I thought maybe that's when you locked the converter. I seen it hard shifted for sure.
So I'm gonna let the thing cool down for a minute. Trans about 190, which is not bad. But I'm gonna let this thing cool down for just a minute, and we'll let it run and let the fan cool it down. But other than that, I'm happy. We're down to a 6.8. I'm gonna do one more pass. As long as everything's good, we're loading on the trailer and taking her home. Pass number 3 coming up. We just ran our data log, and we're gonna go out and see what we can do on this one. It is going really good so far. 6.8 is pretty good. So we're gonna go back out, see what it does. If it all is good, and we even run a 6.8 again, we're gonna load it on the trailer, and we gotta leave for Indy in a couple hours. So we're gonna get this thing done, knocked out, get her on the track, and we'll get to ripping, guys. Hopefully it all goes good, and we can be on the road soon.
So he's pulling up for his 3rd pass. Get back where I can see. Last one was hard shift again. Spicy.
Stayed in it.
Oh yeah.
That had to be it. That had to be. Getting her dialed in. That felt good. It did something weird right at the line, right at the finish line, but I think we're dialed. I think it was good. I got out of the hole a lot faster on that one. It felt better. And just one step at a time, getting closer. Let's go see what we ran.
I think this is good for you guys, right? 670 class is your goal,
Yes.
right? Well, it went a 672.
Oh, sweet.
At
The last
103.
the last pass was 686.
Well, there you go. 672 at 103. That'll work.
Yes. That is the fastest it's been so far,
Nice.
I think.
Get that little breakup that it had out of it.
It's all hard. It hard shifts because it's a learning transmission. So that's a shift.
That's a shift.
That's a shift.
That's a goo.
Yeah.
All right.
So how did it feel? Because we know what it ran.
It felt really good.
It felt better than the last pass, huh?
Felt better than the last pass. I had a little issue at the end, and I don't know if it was me or the truck. I got to get this thing where I can see these gears. I think we were good. I think it did a 670.
I think you did a 670.
I think so.
I'll let you look.
Let's go, baby. Dude, fire me up. Yes. She's ready. So I sprayed a little bit on the line. It's just something I'm going to have to remember to do so I can get this thing out of the hole. We haven't messed with the Nitrous Express Maximizer enough to be fully like really programming it, trying. But once we get the hang of it, we'll hopefully be able to do that, dude. And I ran 11.3 in the quarter, letting off at the 8. So this thing has a 10 in it all day long.
Garrett said, "Did you see the front tires?" I said, "That's four-wheel drive, buddy."
Oh, did he not know it's four-wheel drive?
Well, no, but I just he's like, "You see
Did they
the
do
front
that?
tires?" I said, "Yeah, they do that."
So we're gonna have to play with that. Hopefully we'll figure out why it's doing that so bad. Maybe even get shorter limiting straps for it. We can get some 13s or something if we need to. But for now, we're loading this baby up and we're headed to Indianapolis. Thank you guys for watching the Jay's channel. We will see you next time.